You are going to become that woman in the next 3 months, and this is exactly what you're going to do to get there. And no, I'm not talking about that girl. I'm talking about that woman. There's a special maturity, a special something, a special oomph that comes with being a woman, okay? And this is kicking off a series on my channel where I'm putting out back-to-back videos for the next 3 months all about being that woman. So you do not want to miss this. Let's get ready together. Let's do this cute makeup look and talk about how you're going to be that woman in the next 3 months. Let's go. I'm so excited because this is kicking off a series all about becoming that woman. I've always looked up to women that had things together, you know, that were in their self-development journeys and were unapologetic about where they were. Because I have been on this journey for years on years, literally since I graduated college, and I've learned so much in that journey, and I'm just here to share. Growing up with 3 sisters, I've always been a girl's girl. I love everything self-development as a woman, finding who you are. I need to get my eyebrows done, so these eyebrows are looking real thick, but we're gonna pull it together. Don't even worry about it. All right, becoming that woman in 3 months, the most important thing you need to do first, right away, is to decide what is your why. That is what is going to push you whenever you don't feel like it. Let's face it, you're gonna have those days where you absolutely do not feel like doing it. Your why, when you look at it, that's gonna remind you, this is exactly why I need to keep pushing, because this person, this reason needs me to keep going. So how do you figure out your why? This is one of my favorite things to do. Basically, you're going to ask yourself why until you can't ask yourself why anymore. And I'm gonna do it here on camera for you guys because I really want you guys to capture what I mean by figuring out your why. The first question obviously will be, why do you want to be that woman? Why do I want to be that woman? Well, I want to do more in life. I do not want to be mediocre. It's one of the worst things for me. I want to achieve more in my life in areas that resonate with me and who I am and why I'm even here. And I want to help others to do the same.
Why don't you want to be mediocre?
Because being mediocre causes most people and myself to be laissez-faire and really passive about life. And I don't want to live that way. And I know that we don't even have to live that way. I really want to live a life that I enjoy. I want to love my life. I want to own my decisions, and I want to create a very positive experience in my life that causes others to look and be inspired and also do the same for their life.
Why shouldn't we live that way?
Because I believe that every woman was created by God to fulfill a specific and unique purpose, and I want to do the work that it takes to live mine out fully with absolutely no regrets.
Why are you willing to do the work that it takes?
Because God loves every single one of us, right? And if he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else shall be added onto you, I want to do that, and I want to know what is added onto me. What is the everything else? I know that it has to be beautiful, it has to be fun, it has to be amazing, because well, he made me, he literally made my ability to enjoy. So I want to enjoy all those added things. Also, life of Jesus is literally the best thing I've ever experienced in my life, and I want to be a light to other people around me to experience that life and experience the joy unspeakable that you can only get with Jesus.
Why do you want to be a light?
I want to be a light because God said so, and I want to glorify him in all my ways. And also, it is fun. That's why. Okay, so you guys see that I just broke down my personal why statement, and I honestly, like, I sat down and thought about this for myself, and I think every single other person should do the same. Pause the video right now, think about it, or you want to finish this video and come back to it. That is going to be the biggest thing you can do, because that is ultimately what gets you pushing. You may have the perfect idea, you may have the perfect solution, you may have the perfect attitude, whatever. If you don't have a reason to keep going, you could be really positive sitting on your couch. Right? You can have a really positive attitude but no actions, because you don't have something that pushes you to act. You can be someone that is very action oriented, right? But if something in life happens that causes you not to be action oriented anymore, because things happen, life changes, right? You need that why to push you to become action oriented again. You have to understand your why. Okay, I hope I dwelled on that enough, because it's the most important thing. So now that you guys get the super importance of knowing your why and why I'm like so gung-ho about it all the time, the next thing is going to be, who do you want to be? Of course, I want to be that woman, but who is that woman to me? This is the point now where you start describing who that woman is to you. So, and your why is really gonna help with that, obviously, because you really kind of have to think about it already when you defined your why. So whenever I was saying that, you know, I want to be a light, that's already a description of who I want to be. I want to be somebody who is a light, right? But in addition to that, you know, I want to be somebody who absolutely glorifies God in every area of my life, and that is going to require some work, because listen, this life could be trifling. Who you want to be is going to have a lot to do with what that person does, right? So I want to be a content creator, or I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be a mom, I want to be a wife, I want to be, I mean, and you can be multiple of those things, right? But I think you really want to focus on not necessarily what you're doing, even though it can have a lot to do with who you are. You want to focus on the character of that person. So the character of the person that I want to be is, I want to be humble, I want to be slow to speak. I love the word gravitas. I remember I learned that word when I was literally, I think I was in college. I was doing some internship, like leadership camp, and I was like, yes, gravitas, that's who I want to be like, right? So it's a person that has a certain form of seriousness, right, but has a strong character and kind of knows where they stand, that they're very assured in their ways. I want to be someone like that. I want to be very confident, right? So that has a lot to do with my character. And I don't want you to look at your life and be like, okay, well, I'm not that person, right? Because you are. Because you're on this journey, you have 3 months to become that woman, and everything that you do starts in your mind, okay? And not only that, but I want you to look at the ideal person that you want to be, because that's that woman to you, right? That's that woman. So I want you to look at that and write down those characteristics, because you may have an anger issue, you may have problems forgiving people, but you're gonna write down, she's very forgiving, she is very slow to speak, she's very slow to anger. You want that woman to have the things that are ideal to you. You don't necessarily have to be walking in that now, because that's the whole point of this being a journey, right? We're allowed to have an ideal, and we're allowed to have a reality that we are walking towards. But what I really want you to entertain the idea of is, after you write this, be like, yes, that is me, I am that woman. The only way you become something that you want to be is deciding that you're that thing right now. The Bible literally says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So if you truly believe that you are that person, you're going to be that person, right? And your mind is going to start looking for ways to be more and more of that person, right? You're going to start looking for ways to forgive people, looking for ways to be less angry all the time, right? You're going to find solutions, because you're like, yeah, this is who I am, so I need to start acting that way. The next thing I want you to do is start auditing your life. What I mean by that is, like, look at what you do, look at your decisions that you make, you know, look at what you are, look at how you act, look at how you react, look at how you speak, right? Is this now a reflection of the person that you just decided that you were going to be? And then you have to be honest with yourself here, because then you're going to basically kind of anchor yourself with what kind of journey you're going to be taking the next 3 months. Because say if you already are really confident, right, you may not have to focus too much on confidence to become that woman. Maybe you have to focus on your attitude, right? So this is really going to help you to anchor, like, what do I need help with? Because this is getting real serious, right? You have to define, okay, this is where I'm at right now. Maybe that woman to you is somebody with a successful business, and maybe you don't have that yet. So you say, okay, what do I need to do to get to a place where I have a successful business? So whatever the case may be, this part is just very important, to be very honest with yourself about where you are. Because if you don't audit your life in an honest manner, you're not going to know what to work on, and you're not going to be able to be that woman, because you're not being honest about what you need to work on. And oftentimes we think we're something because we just want to ignore, like, the reality of things, but we end up not producing the result of the person that we want to be in our minds, because we're actually not walking to do the work that that person has done. If you have someone that you trust, that you think that will be honest with you about certain things, certain character traits, and someone that you actually trust, okay, somebody you actually trust, because you don't want somebody to, like, break you down and, like, put you down. No, we don't want that. We just want to be honest with yourselves about certain aspects of our life. So you've written down who you want to be, the characteristics that person has, that woman has, right? So now you have to audit your life and be like, okay, well, what am I doing right now and what do I need to change, right? So you're gonna highlight at least 3 or 4 things that absolutely need to change in order for you to get there. And obviously this is a journey. You're not going to get all the things down right now. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to really get you to get on some type of journey, because that woman is a woman that is willing to learn, right? Willing to be wrong, willing to be humble, willing to just get on a self-development journey, and is constantly learning while, you know, being okay with that. So this is not about like you getting to your destination by tomorrow, because you being that woman is actually a mindset, and it is a woman on a journey. So you can be that woman in 3 months without having reached all of your goals, because being that woman is not about the goals that you're reaching. It's about the person that you are, your identity, and your why. Remember, it's all about your why. What I'm saying is that your mindset has to change, right? And your journey has to begin so that you can be considered somebody who is on that journey. And again, being that woman is about identity and not what you have. So literally, you can decide to be that woman right now. And you are, because you made a decision that you're on this journey and you actually do it. You're not gonna just decide and just sit there, because then it wouldn't be true, right? Because that woman is somebody who acts upon what she wants and she goes for it. Write your stuff down. This is a workshop today. We're on a workshop, okay? Because this video is not gonna bless you. It's not gonna do anything to you if you don't actually take the steps and act. At this point of auditing your life, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to change? Am I willing to learn? Am I willing to grow? Am I willing to be wrong? Because that's going to be very important in this journey. You have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to say, hey, you know what? I can do better in this area of my life. And I'm going to humble myself to go and ask questions. I'm going to do research. I'm going to take the time that it takes in order to become this person that I just described, because that is my goal. And I have a reason why. Again, this is the part where your pride is going to get to you. Your pride is going to tell you, nah, girl, you don't need that. You know, you don't need to change this about yourself. But your why is going to say, you have to, because this is why you're so passionate about this. You have to, because there's a reason why you are on this journey. And it's something else about this part too, is understanding that you don't know everything, and that is absolutely okay. That is the whole point of being on a self-development journey. It's the whole point of being on a that woman journey. It's the fact that you don't know everything, and that's okay. You are not supposed to know everything. That's why we have the plethora of information that we have all around us, because we are able to learn every single day and to become who we want to be. I don't know everything, you don't know everything, and that is absolutely okay. A big part of being that woman, I would say also very huge, is just having confidence, right? Because we are on a journey and we have to be willing to be confident about that journey. Like I said before, we have to be willing to say that we don't know everything. Something that I love that I've built in my life and in my confidence journey is being okay with not knowing something in front of other people. Literally, like, if I don't know something, I'm just gonna ask, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. And if the person like makes me feel bad about it, I'm gonna be like, I'm okay with not knowing. I'm just learning, because there are a lot of things that I know that you have no idea about, and I'm not gonna feel bad that I'm still learning. I'm not gonna feel bad that like I'm learning from you. If you are in a life of purpose, if you're trying to do powerful things, if you're trying to do more in your life, you gotta be willing to just be confident and trust in yourself. So when somebody's doubting you or putting you down or making you feel bad for not knowing a certain thing, it just will not bother you, because you are so assured in yourself that it doesn't matter. Like, it actually just does not matter. Do not worry, I will have so many videos about, you know, confidence and how to really be confident and walk in confidence. But it's just one of those things that absolutely need to be present if you're going to be that woman. Like, for real, for real. If you're gonna be anybody who's on any journey unapologetically, you gotta be confident, because trust me, people that you love are gonna doubt you, people that you don't know are gonna doubt you, people that you thought had the best intentions for you are gonna doubt you. And it's not that they mean like bad for you, they literally will just be like, are you sure? Like, that's not gonna work, because they're like, they love you, right? They don't want to see you hurt. But the reality is that successful people have to go out and do things that are not conventional, things that are not common, things that are hard, things that are, you know, that seem like they shouldn't be doing it, right? That's the whole point of innovation. Innovation happens because people are willing to do the things that seem like what? Right? So you gotta be confident in yourself so that when you are doing those things, when you are going out and doing what God has called you to do and being that woman and starting that business, or you know, working on your forgiveness, or whatever the case may be, people are gonna be like, you seem like you're too soft, you seem like you care too much, you seem like you're doing too much, whatever. People are gonna say so many things, but you are going to be able to assure yourself, because you're gonna have confidence. You're gonna have to take action, because what you're doing right now is very important. You're getting a base of, you know, what to do, you know, you're writing down notes, you're figuring out who you are and who you want to be and everything like that. But you are going to have to take that who you want to be and start actually walking towards it. And honestly, this is the place that most people never get to. Most people have plans, most people make vision boards, most people, you know, have elaborate plans for their life and goals and visions and whatever else the case may be. But most people do not actually take action towards those things. So this is why I'm actually making this series, because I want to be on your timeline consistently reminding you about actions that you're going to have to be taking. Every single video in this series is going to have an action step after the video, so that every single time you hear something about being that woman or something to do, you are going to act. So I used to do business coaching, and that's what I would do for my clients. I would make sure that every time we get off the call, we have an action. Like when you come back on the call next week, you have something that you did to show that you learned something from our last call. Action is the reason why most people don't reach their goals, because they don't actually do the things that they want to do. And the thing is about action is that you have to show up consistently. This is like my lesson of my entire 20s is consistency. I have taken an audit of my own life, of people around me, and what I notice is the big difference is consistency. Because the thing is, what I would used to do is I would stay up all night working on something, or work on something for like all day and get a lot done, but then not touch it again for 2 months. What's that gonna do, right? You have to decide that even if it's just 30 minutes or 5 minutes in a day, I'm gonna be consistent with this journey on becoming that woman and whatever I set myself to do. Because if you do not do that, child, you're gonna be in the same place in 5 years. Because I remember being 22 and having certain goals, and because I didn't act on those certain goals, I'm still working on those certain goals, right? So it's really all about consistency and showing up for yourself every single time, no matter how you feel. So you guys, like I said, in 3 months, you are gonna become that woman, and you guys stay tuned, because I am going to be posting so many videos all about becoming that woman. Self-growth, money, adulting, faith, life, how to deal with situations, maturity. I'm gonna ask you to do one thing in this video, and that is either one thing, okay? You can like this video, or you can comment down below if you're not too shy and say hi and introduce yourself and talk to us about what that woman is to you. Who is that woman to you? I want to know it in the comments down below. If you're too shy, I get it. Just click the like button so you can stay connected. But I wanna know, who is that woman to you? Because the next video I'm gonna be uploading is going to be about who that woman is. But I want to know down below in the comments, who is that woman to you? Okay, so let me know down below in the comments. I'm so excited to read all of your responses. I'm gonna personally respond to every single one of them. I'm just gonna do like a final blending to make sure I look okay. Do you guys like the look? What do you think? So let me know if you like this look, and I can do more of these get ready with me. This is not my nature at all, but I thought, why not just get on here and tell you guys about this series and talk about being that woman and how you can be that woman in the next 3 months, because you actually can. It's about a mindset, and it's about taking action towards who you are called to be, who you want to be. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you are successful, yes, even right now. Mwah.